This one is the pool shark one from the episode A Shark Among Us. I'm planning on buying the other figures as well, and some of the older ones too. But this one just came in today. It's $40. It's tax. I'd say it's pretty decent price. Figures are $25 each. There's some shirts. There's a couple hats and stuff. I want to get some of those eventually. I actually recently got into Street Sharks not too long ago. I've had some figures like I got this candy like dispenser thing where you kind of like cover it up or whatever, close it. This is really old. This thing I think was either just a finger puppet or it came with like a shampoo bottle, because I've seen some online. But yeah, those are, hard to come by. I found them years ago. I do also have some of the older figures, like this. This is a Mecha shark. He's missing his shoulder pads and the shark thing that goes over the shark, like disguise that goes over his face. I mean, he is pretty cool. He's got this like chomping thing going on here. And then I have Moto Streaks. He's missing his cool like goggles, but it's still cool. I believe there's like a store around me that sells old, like 80s and 90s stuff, sometimes early 2000s, and that is for like 20 bucks. And Mecha Shark for for 75, which is a decent price because I've seen it going for much more online. But anyway, this is the Shark Among Us thing. We got Big Slamoo, Streaks, and Jab on the front. We got a phone pole on the side. We got Ripster going into the bar or whatever it was. I can't remember. I binged well, not really binged, but I finished the last few episodes of the show yesterday. The ones that I had finished from episode 19 to 27, which was the last episode, some of the last episodes of the show. That's from season 3. This one I'm pretty sure was from season 2, the show. And I'm like excited to hopefully the show will come back. I really hope it does. If the new Street Sharks figures sell enough, I think that Mattel will put some more money into the project and make more, because there's already a few waves coming out of figures. Slamoo, Streaks, and Dr. Paranoid are currently up for pre-order on the website. I'm hoping to get the other Ripster and Jab, because this one is actually kind of colored a little bit differently. Here he is. On the side we got Jab running. On the back we got a description, which is Ripster in A Shark Among Us. Rip up the streets with Ripster as he goes undercover in A Shark Among Us, rocking his explosive Super Q, Jawsome sunglasses, and styling jacket. This radical pool shark is just what the doctor ordered, but don't call him a chump, because when it comes to the law of the jaw, he's as serious as a shark attack. So that's, there was a couple of catchphrases in there. There's a lot of catchphrases in the show. But I'm definitely keeping this box. It's very well made. The jacket, I believe, is actually made out of real kind of leather jacket material. It looks like there's even like a zipper thing on it, but not the actual zipper piece itself, just the things that you would move the zipper up and down. I'm not sure what they're called. Let's get this thing opened. Oh wait, there's some people robbing the ATM on the side. That's not good. Yeah. All right. I really don't want to damage this thing, so let me just do it carefully. And on the sides too. I know the tape is going to stay on there, but I can't really do much about that. I don't want to I don't want to bother ripping the box. Or I don't want to risk it, I mean. Yeah, that's decent enough. Alright. Let's get this thing open here. Pull this guy out. Let's get Ripster out of here. Oh, looks like his glasses are stuck on here. So I'm gonna need... Oh, I think you're supposed to take... Yeah, you're supposed to take this whole thing out of here. If it'll let me. I don't know if it's taped to the side. Yep, it is. That can come off easily. I think that's the only piece of tape holding it. Yep. So there's that. Put the box down here. Let me move my computer a little bit for the web camera here. That's what I'm using. I'm using web camera on my computer instead. Easier than using my phone. So, because I don't know if you remember in the Halo video that I made with the figures, they my phone fell over. So, alright, so oh man, there's tape on his glasses. I don't like that. Right, but I'm pretty sure that, like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure this version of Ripster, this figure, the paint is a little bit different on here. Alright, so here's this awesome, or Jawsome shades. And then I got, ooh, yeah, the figure is rubbery like I've seen online, which is pretty cool. Because the other ones are rubbery as well. They're kind of doing the same thing they did with that. I really like them sticking to that. Looks like there's some tape on the pool cue. Oh, don't know why that's on there. It's kind of odd. There we go, get that off there. It's kind of weird packaging. Alright, now on to, I know you're not going to be able to see it, but this is easier doing it down here. So I'm going to take this plastic part off. Put that down. I don't want to cut myself with that. Alright, take that over there. And yep, there's this chomping action. He's got that. You can press in his fin. I'll show that to you once I get this out of here. Alright, I can take the pool cue out. It's not too bent. Should be good. Here it is right here. Pool cue. And there's a little explosion thing here, because in the show, in the episode, he like slams his pool cue down. There's like an explosion, which is really cool. I think it's too... Well, I was going to do an unboxing review, but for some reason my camera cut off, so maybe I'll just mix those two together, this and the one before. I don't know why I did that, but I unboxed them. Here he is right here with his jacket on. His leather jacket or whatever. It does, I'm sure it does come off if you take off his hands. His hands can move. And he's got these nice glasses, these shades. that fit on his face, his gills area. So you can put the pool cue in his hand. That's what it was already in. And then there's the explosion part. You attach it to the pool cue. Doesn't really stay on there that well. It looks like it's gonna break, but it's nice to have anyways. And you know, he's got these nice boots. You can move his legs and his hips, his feet, you know, his hands, like I said, his arms. And just like the other Ripster, the regular one, he has punching action. So I think, I don't know if, does this one have, I think it does. Let me just take his jacket off real quick. Oops, there goes the glasses. Alright. It says, yeah, I can feel his arms. Yeah, that's really tight arms there, so I'm gonna have to put some oil or whatever on it. As you can see, he has like squish. He's very squishy. He's rubber, which I think is really cool. I still think it's really cool. So, it says 2023 on the bottom of his boot, even though this came out this year. It was probably in production then. But, you can open up his mouth. His chomping action. To be honest, I thought it'd be a lot cooler, but I mean, it's still a cool thing to do. But he is very rubbery and it's kind of tough. Like you have to press down a lot on his head, but it's still pretty cool. Let me put his fists back on, his hands back on. It's cool that they can come off. So, alright, they're back on. And he has this really cool punching action thing like the original. Oh, that's why, because his arm was turned, okay. That's why, because his arm was not in the right place, not in the right area to be able to be used for punching. Alright, so I'm gonna do his old pose from his original figure. And then you go like this, and he punches. It's pretty cool. Street Sharks are very underrated, really cool. Hoping that the series can come back with these, maybe stay around for a while longer, considering they only lasted from 94 to 97 back in the night, which was, you know, that was around, and 94 was 30 years ago, which is, you know, these are the 30th anniversary figures. And I had only heard of the Street Sharks maybe a couple years ago. I really can't remember, but once I saw there were going to be new figures, I was like, oh, I will, you know, I'm going to start watching it. And I watched the entire show. A lot of episodes are like really cheesy, but you know, that's a lot of the 90s stuff. There's a lot of funny parts in there. They do take a few digs at the Ninja Turtles, which, I mean, makes sense since it's basically like this was supposed to be like a competitor to the Ninja Turtles, where they even designed it so you could put Ninja Turtles in their mouth back in the 90s, those figures. And they even kind of, they don't live in the sewer, but they live under, their hideout is under a mall or something. And they even straight up say in one of the first episodes of season 1, or either episode 2 or episode 3, because there were only 3 episodes in season 1 because it was just a test run. And they straight up mentioned that they didn't like pizza and thought it was gross. Which, I mean, I like pizza, but I know they were just trying to do that to you know, make fun of Ninja Turtles or whatever. But I honestly think that it would be cool if they had a crossover maybe Mattel and Playmates and Nickelodeon can work on that. I don't know, it's just a thought. Instead of pizza, they eat Humongo burgers, which are burgers from this place called Humongo Burger, and they order like so many of them, just eat them all. Also, towards the end of the series, there was the Extreme Dinosaurs, which, like, I mean, they're cool, but like, there's the Extreme Dinosaurs came after Street Sharks, and they're okay. I'll give it a chance if I actually watch more of the show, because I only started watching a little bit of season 1 of Extreme Dinosaurs. It's kind of crazy because Extreme Dinosaurs only has one season and lasted a few months, but has 52 episodes, which is 12 more episodes than Street Sharks has. So they must just made them all the episodes will work while still working on Street Sharks, and just released them all within those few months, which is kind of crazy. Some of the toys are pretty cool. Then after that, there was something called Muscle Mutts, which never had a show, and there's only a few figures, and all of them are very rare, very expensive, which maybe I'll get those in the future. They're very, very hard to find. Anyway, so I really couldn't show much of the unboxing. I don't know, it seems like maybe my camera on my computer only records for maybe 10 minutes or so. I couldn't really tell when it cut off, but I have to at least, show off the figure. It looks really cool in the shades. It's got the nice punch in action. You can chomp down and everything. Really cool. Mattel did a really good job with these. I really hope that, they even make some of the figures that never came out, like El Sordo, Shrimp Louie. I don't even know if that was even a prototype. There's even some figures that just never had or some characters never had a figure to begin with, not even a prototype. I'm sure there was some out there. But hopefully, Mattel will see that there is still a market for these, especially people from the 90s, or people who grew up in the 90s. I'm not one of them, but I tend to go towards the older, or more nostalgic type cartoons. I mean, I even have a whole bunch of video games that are old, and I seem to like those a lot better than some of the new games. I just dropped his glasses. Oops. There. Like, I like a lot of the older games, like, stuff in the original Xbox, my favorite console, as you can tell by the profile picture, obviously. But, I'm hoping to do, I'm hoping to show off some of my consoles soon. And also, I'm hoping that maybe Mattel makes another show, or decides to make a video game, because they never came out with one. So, I really hope this will go further than just a couple waves of figures, and then that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed my mostly unboxing and review of A Shrek Among Us Ripster. And, like, subscribe. Maybe say in the comments what other kind of videos you want. And that's it. See ya.